from the University of Exeter. And I'm just going to talk for probably about 20 minutes just about the university. If you do have any questions, you can put them in the Q&A, and then I will answer them at the end. So here are some reasons, some headlines, if you like, as to why students choose to study with us. We offer 3-year bachelor's, 1-year master's and PhD programmes in over 40 different subject areas. We are a top 15 UK university and are ranked 153rd in the QS World Rankings. We are a member of the Russell Group with 98% of research rated as world leading. And we are located in southwest England, which is only 2.5 hours from London, with beautiful green campuses and fantastic facilities. So, as I mentioned, the university is in southwest England. It's a beautiful area of the UK, which is surrounded by outstanding sandy beaches and open countryside, which offer a fantastic location to study, work and live. Exeter is a UNESCO City of Literature. It's a modern city with a rich history and a mixture of culture, food and arts. Students enjoy the benefit of a campus-based university within easy walking distance to the vibrant city centre. Within the city is the historic cathedral and quayside, along with diverse restaurants and independent shops. You can take day trips to Dartmoor and Exmoor National Parks, which you can see in the centre of the slide there, which offer walking, camping and great scenery, and the local beaches are only 20 minutes away. So Exeter has 3 campuses. There are 2 in Exeter itself and 1 down in Penryn in Cornwall, which is about 2 hours from Exeter. The Streatham campus is the main campus. It's a registered botanic garden. Food outlets, student services and the library. It also has a theatre on campus, which is actually Exeter's main theatre, and it hosts local and visiting productions. We also have a music venue and a gym and lots of sports facilities. So tennis courts, football pitches, basketball, all sorts of activities you can do. And there is accommodation blocks within easy access of the campus. So the St Luke's campus is our second campus in Exeter. It's about a 20-minute walk from the Streatham campus, and it's home to the medical school, the nursing subjects, education and sports science programmes. All the buildings on this campus surround a central quad, and it also has a gym, a library and a food outlet. It has a smaller community feel, and there are regular buses between both St Luke's and Streatham. So our third campus, as I said, is in Cornwall, in Penryn. It's close to the towns of Penryn and Falmouth, and there's lots of beaches nearby. This campus tends to sort of have our sort of environment and sustainability programmes. And these sort of things recur throughout the degree programmes that are taught here. We have things like marine conservation research, renewable energy engineering, lots of research into environment and sustainability. It has a £4 million sports centre, and again, it has really nice grounds with a Green Flag Award. Okay, so this is a short video. Unfortunately, the sound isn't working, but that doesn't matter too much because it's just music anyway. But it will just give you a bit of an idea about what the university and the city of Exeter is like. So hopefully that was useful, even without the sound. As you saw in the video, we've got lots of sort of facilities on the campus. As I said, we've got the forum, which is the central main hub for students, and it contains the Student Services Centre, a library which is open 24/7, learning spaces, a 400-seat lecture theatre, the university's main reception, and lots of retail and catering outlets. We also have student hubs available across the campus. These are accessible spaces where you can eat, socialise and study. And then we also have the grade 2 listed Reed Hall, which you can see in the picture, which hosts conferences, events. It has a cafe and also lots of landscape gardens, which are quiet and ideal if you want to relax on campus. So we have accommodation available in both Exeter and Cornwall. We have an accommodation guarantee for international first-year undergraduates and postgraduates. All of our accommodation is either on campus or in the city. You're looking at a maximum of 20 to 30 minutes walk. We have lots of different choices depending on your need and budget. So we have things like catered, we have ensuite, we have studios, and you can take virtual tours of all the different accommodation blocks on the university website. In each accommodation block, we have a residence life team, and they will visit on a regular basis to just check that all the personal and social aspects of your sort of halls is fun and calm for study. So again, in Cornwall, we also have accommodation. This is either on campus or in Falmouth, which is a short bus ride away. Again, you have a choice of catered or self-catering. And again, you can apply online from the April in the year that your course starts. So, student life. So students study at Exeter from across the world, which creates a really diverse mix on campus, and you'll meet people from lots of different countries. We have more than 400 sports clubs and societies across our campuses, and students can get involved with activities either relating to your studies or your home country, or maybe your hobbies and interests. We are a former Sports University of the Year, and a lot has been invested in sports with over 50 different sports clubs to choose from. We have wellbeing and support services on campus, as well as dedicated international student support. We have a welcome week. So when you first join the university, there'll be a week where there'll be lots of introductory talks on things like English culture, healthcare, settling into the UK. There'll be tours around the campus, the city centre, and also just to let you know where things are, such as the international supermarkets. You'll also have an academic induction, and then your subjects will also do social events and networking where you'll meet your tutors and fellow students. And you'll also have a personal tutor. So this is someone that's assigned to you for the whole year, and you can go to them with any problems or queries you have. We also have lots of international events. So we'll do things like Chinese New Year, Christmas Day on campus, lots of different sort of international festivals throughout the year. Okay, so here are some examples of the subject areas you could study at Exeter. They include things like business, psychology, engineering, computer science and law, and as you can see, a whole range of other subjects. It's important to check which campus your subject is based on. Some subjects are only available in Exeter or Cornwall. So here's just a quick overview of the entry requirements for undergraduate programmes. All programmes will have individual entry requirements, but we accept qualifications such as IB, A-levels, the Turkish diploma, the American curriculum. So there's a whole range of different different curriculums we accept. And then also we have IELTS or other English tests as well that you can submit as proof of your English language proficiency. Again, here is just some equivalencies for postgraduate. So you can see the equivalent degrees that we will accept in the table there. And again, you would also need to submit an English test. Okay, so scholarships. This is literally just been released yesterday, so it's hot off the press. We have the Exeter Excellence Scholarship this year, which is for both undergraduate and postgraduate applicants. Most international students are eligible to apply for the scholarship, which is a tuition fee discount. You can apply for this once you have a course offer. So the deadline for this scholarship is the 27th of February 2025. So as long as you have an offer for your course, you can apply before this deadline. We also have a funding database online where you can input your individual circumstances to see if you're eligible for any other scholarships. And you can find that on our website at the link on the screen there. So there are various things you can do to enhance your degree while you're studying here. So many of our degrees will offer a year abroad option, whether that's a study abroad option or a work placement. You can also do work placements in the UK. You can study a language within your degree. There are various pathways in entrepreneurship, and you can also do things like work experience and integrated study skills alongside your main programme. So careers, we have an award-winning careers service on campus. This is in the forum, as I mentioned before, and it's somewhere that you can go and just talk to people about all sorts of things careers-wise, basically. So they can help with interview techniques, looking for jobs, help with your CV, any sort of skills you might need. So, you know, they're very available and willing to help you with all aspects of your career. They offer lots of careers events as well. So we'll get sort of big employers coming to the careers fairs on campus, such as Dyson, Mars, HSBC. So there's lots of opportunities for you to sort of talk to employers and make contacts. And then we also are one of the top 10 most targeted universities for employers. So a degree from Exeter is, you know, it really helps you when you come to sort of look for work after you graduate. Okay, so this is just some useful resources. You can find all this on our website, but it might be useful for you when you're sort of researching the university. So there are open days that you can obviously attend in person on campus. We also have online open days if you're not able to be here in person. There's also a UniBuddy platform, which is a little pop-up on our website, and this allows you to chat with current students. And we also offer virtual campus tours as well. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of the presentation. So thank you very much for listening. My email address is on that slide there. So if you do think of any questions after the presentation, please feel free to email us. And yeah, if you have any questions now, that's great. I will answer them. Thank you very much. So there's a few questions. I'll just have a quick read through them a second. Okay, so what makes the University of Exeter a distinguished university amongst other universities in the UK? Well, I suppose the main one here would be that we're part of the Brussels Group, which is 24 universities in the UK that are very research focused. And this means that obviously all our sort of academics and lecturers are very well regarded in their field. And all this sort of research and knowledge then comes through in the teaching. So yeah, it's lots of opportunities for you to sort of get involved in research and find out, you know, maybe things that perhaps you wouldn't find out maybe on other courses. So what departments or programs have the best reputations? That's quite hard to answer because lots of our subjects are ranked very highly, sort of in the top 10 in the UK. So I wouldn't be able to sort of tell you which ones are the best because you know they're all very good and they all have sort of different positives and different rankings. So probably the best thing to do would be to look at our course pages, because on our course pages you can find out you know, the rankings, the statistics, like all the data you need for each department. Okay, is there any age limiting to apply for a bachelor degree? No, so you can apply for a bachelor degree at any age. Does the university help graduates finding a job? Yes, as I mentioned in the presentation, we have the career service that can help you with either finding a job while you're at university or after you graduate. And then the scholarships, yes. So as I mentioned, we have the Exeter Excellence Scholarship. It's quite hard to say. And you can find all the information about applying for that on our website. Is it possible for a foreign student to apply for a law degree and start working in the UK as an official lawyer? I don't know the answer to that. I don't really want to answer that because I'm not 100% sure. But what I can do is I will put the email address in the chat at the end. And then if you want to send us an email, I can then ask someone in the law department to answer that for you. Tuition fees. So yes, tuition fees do vary depending on the program. So you can find all the individual tuition fees on our subject pages. But as a sort of so for example, business is £25,000 a year, engineering is £27,000 a year. So it just sort of depends on what subject you choose to study. Do you help students for finding a job during their placement year? So yeah, so if the student is doing the year work experience, it's up to the student to find the placement. Obviously, we can offer sort of advice and help with that, but it's down to the student to find the placement. And then obviously, you know, we will help in any way we can. You know, with helping them find the placement. But yes, it is sort of down to the student to find that one. Can I say some details about the Faculty of Medicine? I can. So the medicine faculty is on the St Luke's campus, which is the slightly smaller one in Exeter. If you're applying for medicine itself, it is a very competitive program because we do have limited spaces on the medicine program. But then we do sort of have other subjects as well, which are part of the medicine faculty, like sports and health sciences. You know, for postgraduate, we have things like extreme medicine. So there's lots of different sort of courses we have within the health faculty. But yeah, the best thing probably would be to do if you're interested in that area would be to go on our medicine department pages on our website, and you can find like literally all the information that you need. Okay, so that's all the questions so far. Oh, there's a couple more come through. Okay, is there dentistry at the University of Exeter? No, we don't offer dentistry, unfortunately. That's one of the areas that we don't do. Is there age requirements for applying for a master's degree, and can you send IELTS results after applying? Yes, so there's no age requirement. You know, anyone at any age can apply for a master's program. And yes, you can send the results after you apply. So what will happen is if we don't have all the information that we need, we would tend to make a conditional offer. And then once we've once we've got all your results, then we can update the offer. Do you only have September intake for both undergraduate and masters? So yes, it's only September for undergraduate. We do have some master's programs that start in January. I believe it's maybe 5 or 6, and they tend to be business programs. So if you're interested in a business program, we do have a January intake for masters. Are there any special scholarships for Turkish students? Unfortunately, not specifically for Turkish students. You would need to apply for the Exeter Excellence Scholarship. Like I said, there's the funding database on our website. So if you put in all your sort of the course you want to apply for, your nationality, things like that, that will generate any sort of specific scholarships you can apply for. Are there specific exams required for a bachelor's degree? Do you mean so if you mean to apply to, things you need to do before you come onto the program, we would accept things like the International Baccalaureate, the Turkish High School Diploma, APs for the American curriculum, and A-levels as well. So you would need to have a background with one of those things to come onto the program. And if you mean other exams during the bachelor's degree, then yes, there tends to be exams for most of the programs. Is there a possibility for 100% tuition-free scholarship? No, unfortunately not. The maximum amounts for undergraduate are £3,000 and £5,000, and for postgraduate, 3,000, 5,000 and 10,000. The undergraduate one is recurring for each year of study. Okay. No more questions so far. I will just while I wait to see if there's any more, I'll just type some in the chat. I will just put the email address I mentioned, so if you do have any further questions, you can get in touch with us. Oh, is there any specific scholarship for Department of Health Administration? Not that I know of, but that's not to say there isn't. So I would advise that you look on the funding database I mentioned and see if anything comes up there, because that will tell you if there's any specific scholarships for that department.
All right, so it looks like you covered all of the questions. Thank you very much for your answers, Haley.
No problem.
We would like to thank you for the great presentation, and also I would like to thank the attendees in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. University of Exeter ile ilgili diğer soruların chat kısmında paylaşılmış olan mail adresinden Haley ile iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Bir sonraki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, Haley. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.